If you guys watch the CMC shop tour video, you know that the last thing I need is another project. And I promise you guys I wasn't gonna buy any more. Well, on that note, today I'm gonna be showing you guys my new truck. Today, I'm finally introducing you guys to the Gravedigger properly. This truck is very important to me and it's been around me basically my whole life. Here's a photo of me in, I think, middle school standing next to the truck. And then here's a photo my dad took when he was in his early 20s when he was daily driving the truck. So long story short, this truck's been around me my whole life. So first, I'll give you guys a quick rundown. This thing is a 1981 square body and it's got a big block 427 in it. She's got 396 closed chamber heads. She's got dome top forged pistons. It's got gear drive. It has, what else does it have? A steel crank and a hog ass choppy cam. This truck was my dad's first ever truck. He bought it in high school and it's been part of the family ever since. We call this truck the Gravedigger. I don't really remember how it got that name. All I know is that we've been calling it that since I've been a baby. And honestly, it fits pretty well, so it's gonna stick. Okay, enough of the nostalgia. You guys probably wanna figure out how I got my hands on this thing. For the past 8 years, it had been sitting in my dad's shed, just marinating. Kind of like a fine wine, but instead of developing flavor, it developed a whole lot of rust and fermented the fuel. And after all those years of sitting, I finally convinced him to let me buy it. As soon as him and I made a deal, me and my buddies rushed up to Kelowna and spent the whole day getting it running. First thing, new battery. We threw that in thinking it'd just fire right up. Then as soon as it got power and we turned the fuel pump on, it started leaking fuel. So we had to go through and fix all the leaks. And then we did what any professional mechanics would do. We grabbed a vitamin water bottle and made a custom fuel delivery system. With that, we started spraying fuel into the carb and finally got it started. But it was smoking like crazy and it wouldn't idle by itself. It would only run if we kept giving it throttle. It did not like waking up from its 8-year hibernation. So we decided to drain the fuel and it was disgusting. I can't believe it even started with this stuff in it.
Yeah, it's musty, crusty, dusty.
But even after we put new fuel in it, it still wouldn't idle. So we started troubleshooting and it turned out that the issue was the manual choke on the carb. Plus the vacuum lines were all messed up, which I'm sure didn't help. But after fixing the choke and rerouting the vacuum lines, it finally idled by itself and it ran really good. Like, you would not think it was sitting for that long. So we pulled it up to the shop, filled the tires, and drove it an hour home. Which honestly, I didn't believe was gonna happen. I was completely mentally preparing to just push it home. But once we got it home, the fight was far from over. We've had to replace quite a few little things on this truck, nothing crazy. We've had to replace a bunch of wiring. There was a bunch of wiring that was giving us problems and blowing fuses, like the fuel system wiring kept blowing the fuel pump fuse, which is in a different spot from the rest of the fuses. So it took me a while to diagnose that. And of course, it kept dying in the worst spots possible. We've had to replace the transmission pan gasket, the oil pan gasket, and we also had to replace the fuel pump. That died on me while I was going up Carmi Road in Penticton, which is a steep road, and that was a pain in the ass. And yeah, there's been quite a few little problems, but overall it's been good, but the fight is still far from over. Oh yeah, one more thing I haven't shown you guys yet. When I first got the truck back to Penticton, it had a bench seat in it that was all ripped. So a buddy of mine had these King Ranch captain seats sitting around. So we took the bench seat out and threw these captain seats in. They actually fit really well, but I'm not really sure how I feel about them yet. I think they look really good, especially once we paint match the door panels and stuff like that. I think it'll look awesome. My only thing is that I kind of miss the bench seat because it's nice being able to fit 3 people in here and so on. So I don't know. I'd like your guys' opinion on if you guys like the King Ranch seats or if you think we should get the bench seat reupholstered and put that back in, please let me know in the comments, because I'm really torn on what we want to do with that. Okay, well, enough yapping. If you guys want to see videos of this thing getting properly dialed in and probably becoming something borderline illegal, bigger boggers and a bigger lift kit, then you better subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have been following CMC for a while, I'm sorry, I lied to you. Yes, this is another project, but I think this is gonna be a really good one. Okay, thanks for sticking around to the end. I'll see you guys in the next one.